Hey, it's Todd Ault. It's 12:15. What episode is this? Where the hell is Skyla, by the way?
It's 2:15.
It's what?
162.
It's 12:15. What day is it?
It's 2:15 and it's episode 162.
No, it's 12/15, 2021.
Oh, the month.
What do we do here? Live broadcast. We broadcast live. Today, BitNile announced a $50 million buyback over 36 months. See the press release and disclosure. We're pricing an IPO right now. Live. I'm going to have to skip off the air. Bitcoin is back to 49,000. Jay Money, why don't you give us an update on the market and what happened with the Fed today?
What a day. The Fed actually decided they were going to try to raise rates 3 times in 2022. Big swing in the market. The Dow finished up 383 to 35,927. NASDAQ up 327, 15,565.
Let me see it.
S&P 4709, up 75. Can you hear me okay?
Everything's fine. Keep going.
Cool. At the time where right now Bitcoin is 49,000 even. Ethereum's 4,050. Oil up 88 cents, 71.61. Big turnaround in sentiment in the market. The market doesn't like uncertainty. When Jay Powell came out and said he was going to do 3 rate hikes in 2022, everything reversed. Gold and silver bounced a little bit, but mostly the Treasury repurchase tapering. Actually, they're going to cut that $20 billion a month, so that'll be gone. The mortgage-backed securities, I didn't think they would do this, but mortgage-backed securities, they're going to cut buying those of $10 billion per month. So inflation obviously is not transitory. They were clear about that, but the market did react bullishly. Even small caps had a small bounce. So that's what I saw today.
Willie, what's up with you, my man?
Sorry, I was muted there. I am neck deep in contracts and risk on convention jargon and looking at, had a really super interesting phone call that I just disclosed to Jason yesterday. I can't talk about it here on the air, but a super interesting phone call that could be really fun in the future for us. And I was looking at the markets earlier with Jason and just saw the same things that he did. And I am bullish on alt. I'm very bullish on alt. I saw the buyback this morning. I saw the bounce in Alzheimer news all over the place, all over the internet about its bounce in the last couple of days. And, just trying to keep up with all of the paperwork and stay out of your hair until we can get it done.
Jason, pretty bad market though, right? I mean, when you look at the actual, we had a pretty out of control market this morning in the small cap world, and you could kind of feel how bad things were getting hit earlier this morning. I don't know about you, but it looked pretty nasty.
Yeah, it's very nasty. The problem is the December, the profit takers, tax write-offs. But I think we'll get the Santa. I think Santa will actually bring some, not coal. I think he'll bring some good gifts here for the next 9 days.
Right.
You didn't mention one other thing. We did announce the buyback approved by the board of directors. I saw a third party, Ascendant Capital, do coverage on BitNile, and they offered a target price of $6.
Yeah, I saw that. I saw that too, and I was surprised because I didn't know that was coming. I had a suspicion that maybe something would happen one day because they had asked us some questions, but that was a pleasant surprise to wake up to. There's a link available. We'll make it available on certain websites, and I think I tweeted out the link too. Did you read the report, Jason? Because I haven't even had a minute of spare life here.
Total red line, dealing with shipping, all kinds of stuff on that front, dealing with other very interesting things throughout the day. as you know. Haven't had a chance yet.
Jason, we're going to post up the the results for the last 2 weeks since our update on December 1st. But I wondered if you could talk really quickly about the mining shift, because you ended up getting 300 extra miners this month. What do you make of that? We were doing 300 a month of installations. This month you got approximately 600. Does it change your schedule at all, or what's the situation?
Well, our November delivery was slightly late, and Bitmain was very gracious, and they made it up to us by offering the December delivery early. So we are double dipping. We're taking November's and December shipments together, and they are going to be deployed in the data center. And so that's 593 extra units, 60,000 terahash, takes us to 100. I mean, I know the numbers by heart. We can just get it out of the way. I mean, it's 190,000 terahash, Todd.
Right.
I mean, that puts us in here's what it puts us in 19th place. Our goal of being a top 10 publicly traded Bitcoin miner has been stated. We are currently in 19th place. We have just, we have not yet begun to fight. Here we are. I think you had posted something about that from the block hash rate profile today.
Right. I like that. I like that. I like that 19th place. That's great.
Hey,
maybe that's why we're $1.60. I don't know.
If you're in the top 20 in any other marketplace, you're a winner.
Really?
Well, it's funny. Well, let me just show something to the folks. If you look at this, I wish I could show this on my screen. Todd, can you share that? The block research from your Twitter?
I will, yeah.
Okay, well, anyway, ticker symbol BTCM. That's BTCM. They have a similar hash rate as us. And if you look at their fundamentals, they have a market cap of approximately $450 million and a share price of approximately $6.30. It's directly an apples to apples comparison. They have the same amount deployed as we do. However, we actually have, BitNile Holdings, which has all of the other assets packaged up. So, but if you just look at BitNile Inc., the actual pure play, the Bitcoin entity, we are apples to apples with that entity, and the market's just not showing us any love. I mean, I was just looking at that today.
Let me pull up that chart for you. If you could go to my screen real quick. Here's the chart. I pulled it up. Can you go live to my screen, please?
Thank you.
If you want to walk through that chart, go ahead.
Yeah, what we're seeing is the current block research. It's theblock.com, I believe. And of course, Fred Thiel, CEO of Mara, came out and posted a similar tweet that we had. And of course, they're top dog right now, so they weren't afraid to say that. But if you look at the data, we're a new kid on the block. And if you look at some of these other entities, Griffin Mining, for those of you that don't know, it's on the top left. That's Griffin Mining. They have a bunch of really top dogs that left companies to go and form Griffin Mining. That's ticker symbol ANY. If they complete the merger, that's ANY. So they're at 0.6. They have contracts in hand as well. If you look at some of these other companies like CleanSpark, CLSK, they just missed earnings pretty significantly. They have 6% of the hash. But if you look and go through Stronghold, they just recently went public.
How bad did CleanSpark miss, and why did they miss?
They missed like 15 cents EPS. They missed bad.
But why did they miss, in your opinion?
I didn't dig into it. The revenue was in line. They have some ancillary businesses too with microgrids and solar and such. To be honest, we don't have positions in it right now. I didn't really I didn't dig deep into the financials, and I didn't look at at their earnings report, so I'm not sure. I just saw the headline that they missed pretty big. But again, if you look at the top 19 and you see what we're doing, and we've been fully transparent, and you see what we have in the pipeline for miner deliveries, especially in the next 6 to 9 months, you can see that there's an opportunity for us to move forward and move up and get to that top 10 ranking. So I'm pretty excited about it. So I just wanted to cover that. Anybody asking questions in the chat here?
Yeah, hold on one second here. Unfortunately, I have a day job, and they're trying to, Chris.
Yeah, there's a few in there. There's a few questions in there.
I spoke to Chris Wu today at length. It's always nice to talk to Chris. Such a smart guy. Let's see what we got here, Willie. Somebody says the love is coming. Jason, Marcus Trader. Hey, it's just inefficiencies in the marketplace, in my opinion. We're just sticking to our business model, working hard every day. And
yeah. And Jason, Michael Javelin says, Jason, it'll happen 6 to 12 bucks in a few months, then 20 to 30 by 2023. From his mouth to God's ears.
Hey, those are bold statements. I see Dylan Walker says.
You guys are gonna have to. You guys are gonna have to take this. I have to step out for a second.
Yeah, go ahead, Todd. Dylan, who is always very vocal on social media, says 19th place. Ouch. Dylan, you have to remember, we just started. We just signed our first purchase order agreement with Bitmain in July of this year. I mean, you got to remember.
That's what I was getting at to Todd, and I don't mean the other markets in terms of financial markets, but if you've just come onto the scene and you're just a couple of months old and you're already inside the top 20, you're moving. I would call that a win. I mean, me personally, give us a chance to get some deployed. How long is it going to take us to get the extra 600 miners deployed?
Not too much longer. They're working on it. It's in process right now. We need miners installed. Yeah, Dylan, what do you think I do every day, dude? I barely sleep. Anyway, we just started in July. Just hang tight, man. Everything can't be done overnight. Like, just bear with us a little bit. We're competing against other miners that have been in business for several years. So we're just getting started. That's okay. You don't have to. You don't have to support us. I appreciate the support, but just know I'm working hard. I'm basically. Well, just know this is part of my job, okay? That to me getting miners, me getting them deployed, and I don't take that lightly. So I hope you.
I think it's interesting, Jason. I mean, clearly I'm not as adept at these things as you and Todd are, but I was having a conversation with somebody just yesterday about the corporation and the way it's moving and the way it's growing and the direction it's headed and the ups and the downs. And this is a very astute businessman, and who I'm talking about because we're going to have him on Todd's podcast. And he's a big player in the crypto realm and as well as the energy realm. And he said, if you were in any other marketplace, if you were with any other company, the advances that you guys have made would be considered incredible. In 3 to 4 months to go from where you were to where you are now, and when I look at that, I look at the people who are really inside and they're really, I don't want to say market makers because that would say, indicate something else, but people who are really involved in the industry at a deep level and at a very high level. They're cheering. There's some guys cheering us on that are just going to, you're blowing our minds, right? So
correct. Somebody said no. We have coins. We have last update on the website BitNile.com shows us 28 coins. So
we're definitely higher than that now. I think we.
I know
29.
No, we have 35.
We're not 29.
We have 35 coins plus.
Yeah.
I can say that safely. Yes.
Yeah, I think it's closer to 39, but we're going to be posting those numbers shortly.
Okay.
We'll post those numbers shortly.
So, I just know that we definitely have a lot more than 28. And the thing is, we have that nice facility in Michigan that we can grow into. We're able to scale there, and I'm looking forward to the team with that beautiful pod design and the engineers that they studied the wind, the direction. They have the wind filters of walls. Like, if you guys could see it, you'd be thoroughly impressed, in my opinion. I mean, I don't think the videos really do it justice. I actually stepped inside of the pod within the quadrants. It's amazing that the airflow that they get through there. It's very, very well cooled. Michigan is a nice, cool climate. We only have to deal with hot weather 2 or 3 months out of the year versus some of these huge facilities in West Texas with the power grid situations down there. I'm not saying that they're going to have to shut machines down, but they're going to face different types of uncertainties that we will in Michigan. What do we got here, Willie? You got any other questions? I'm having a hard time here. I'm looking at the chat here.
They're just
let's
freaking out at me. That's all.
Yeah, sorry. I was just my phone's blowing up
I just
as
told
well
them
here,
that they
buddy.
had to cut off.
Oh, okay.
I wrote that already. and
So
sent it. I was trying
sorry, I
to correct you.
didn't mean to
Just give me a few
leave you
minutes,
on your own. Then it's just my phone's blowing up as well, which is great. Dylan wants a BitNile sweatshirt. Hey, we do have merchandise that's in the house. There's bigger orders coming, so for those that are interested in that, those will be available very, very soon. And
I don't even have a BitNile sweatshirt, and Dylan wants one. What's going on here?
Well, it's you. Well, you. Oh no, you haven't seen the BitNile merch yet, have you?
No, I'm down here in Florida. You guys got all the good stuff in Las Vegas.
Yeah. Oh, there's some great stuff. There's some great stuff that popped up. So that, thanks to Cliff Phillips, our VP of Sales and Marketing, that got that stuff in straight away. And it's some very cool stuff. There's some, there's some interesting merch, shirts, jackets, that sort of thing. So that'll be available as soon as we get the big orders in. But there'll be a way to look at it soon.
Here's a couple questions here. Here we go.
Hey guys, just so you know, so people don't think this is chaotic, because it is. Sometimes when you're in the middle of a deal, it gets crazy. And we're in the middle of pricing a SPAC. It's stressful. And it's a big SPAC, 100 million.
Yep.
I'm the chairman. BitNile / the Old Alt Global is the sponsor. And it requires my attention. And when you try to do a show in real time, live with those things going on, you create a little chaos. But I wanted to. We're going to wrap it up because I just can't focus here.
All right.
Yeah. Let's cover the positive. We saw that Ascendient came out with a $6 target. Read the report. Go to ascendientcapitalmarkets.com. Check it out. It's on my Twitter account. I'd read it. I'm not recommending it. I'm not recommending you buy or sell. We did finally get a board resolution, a board approving up to a $50 million buyback over 36 months. Obviously, read the press release. We talk about our focus on future cash flows. Unfortunately, I see things over, out there in the internet, the ecosphere, in which people don't realize that you can borrow to buy back. You can do lots of things. You can sell assets. You could buy back from future cash flows. Like, wow, what if you mined a lot of Bitcoin? Can you go back to my chart real quick? My screen. When you look at the screen here, and you look at, this is where everyone is today. And what I would say is look at where BitNile plans to be and what they have under contract. Now, I want to go through a little exercise and see, Jason, if you'll do this with me. So let's do this. I'm going to try to do this on the screen and see if I can do this correctly, okay? So can you go to my screen real quick? Okay, so Jason, 20,600. Okay, you see that?
Yeah. Oh yeah.
Oh, that's done really badly. It's not it's not very clean, right? Hold on, let me see if I can erase that, okay? And let's see if I can go to a clear screen where there's nothing on it, okay? Hold on. No, I'll try it here, and I'll try to do it with a nicer pen. Let's try to do it with a different color. Yellow, how about that? 20,000. No, that's not working here. I'm not doing a good job. Let me set the color palette here. Let's use green, okay? So
yeah, money.
20,000. No, that's not working either. 20,600 miners. Now we know ours. We know ours are SJ19 Pros, right?
Yep, S19J Pros.
16,000 of them are that, and 4,600 are the other kind. But for less simplistic purposes, what are the miners selling for right now if you want to buy them?
The 100 terahash S19J Pros on the open market range from $10,000 to $12,000 in USD, plus any tariffs. If you procure them from China, there's a 27% tariff. We happen to procure them from Malaysia, and we pay 2.7%. That's a huge savings.
10 to 12,000. So 10 to 12,000.
Correct.
Okay. So at 10,200, 20,600 is how much money?
What are we looking at here? 200 million plus? I don't have a calculator here.
They just called me. They're sending it now. Why don't you put it off 15 minutes? They're sending it now. They just literally called me. Okay. Bye.
Let's get the chat. Hey, chat. Somebody with a calculator.
I've got a calculator. Go ahead.
Chat with a calculator. Here we go. This is interactive. Go ahead.
Okay.
When
So at 10,000, that's 20,000 machines times 260,000 or times 20,600. Now let's just do something for fun here. I saw a email that let's just keep the math going here.
That's actually, that's cheap, right? That's
I know that is because I'm going to go to Amazon.
Okay.
And I'm gonna have a little fun with you because I saw a pretty ridiculous number, and I'm just doing some math with people here. I don't really, we're not going to sell them.
I can tell you this.
So I see. Hold on a second. So I see the S19J Pro 100 terahash is at around $15,000. If you go to my screen, I saw one for $16,000 yesterday. So I see the retail price at $15,000, right? Give or take. So now here's one for a 90 terahash, which is $11,000, and 110 terahash, 104 for $14,000, right? Mm-hmm. And we have ones that are coming that are 140 terahash, right?
Those are just becoming available on the BitMine website,
right?
You can't get those for under $17,000.
Yeah, but you can't get them. You can't get them right now, right?
If you were able to get some, they'd be $17,000 to $20,000 for those 140 Ts. Let me tell you this though.
So what's 100? What's 100? Let's call it 17,000 times 4,600. What are those worth?
Yeah, what do we got there? 17,000.
78,200,000
for 4,600 of them times 17,000.
Yep.
17 million.
17,000.
Okay. And then the 16,000 at the 16,000 at say $10,000 is 160 million. So that's about a quarter of a. Is that round a quarter? 225 million for miners.
Over that.
Right.
Yeah.
Over.
Now, granted, we had to buy them, so there's a cost involved, and then they mine a certain amount of Bitcoin. Here's my point: is the public available math is available. Look at the filings yourself. Come to your own conclusion. I'll read the research report today. I haven't had time to do it. I will. Skylar, you got a joke for us? Because we're going to sign off. I got to go to a pricing call for the IPO.
I do. What did Santa Claus say to Mrs. Claus when she asked about the weather forecast?
What?
It looks like reindeer.
Great. That is funny. You guys, I apologize for today. A very chaotic day with the buyback and the things that are happening at the company, the name change, the all of a sudden we find out that we're having 600 miners delivered instead of 300. The pricing of the IPO. It's a lot going on here. A lot going on here. I wish to stay longer. I apologize to everybody but we do have a day job, and I do the show right after the market, and we tried to push it to 2:00, thinking the pricing was 130. The pricing's now been pushed to 250. So we are a little chaotic here. Willie, anything to think about in terms of I'm sure you're not proud of the show today.
You know what? Actually, when shows happen like today, I actually kind of enjoy it because the transparency and the honesty of the show is I think what's important, and that's why when things go awry, or things that seem a bit chaotic. I mean, listen, you're a man that's in charge of a whole bunch. And if I think I'm busy, you're 10 times busier. And so I think it's good. I think it's good for people to see. That's the honesty of it.
Let me leave you with this. If you're a hater of mine, or if you're a hater of the company, and you're a hammer, to you, everything I do looks like a nail.
Yeah.
Right? But if you're not a hater, and you're an investor like I am, I've never sold a single share of DPW, which is now NILE, N-I-L-E. I'm in for the long haul with the hedge fund who's bought more. Clearly, I'm excited about the spinoff of Alt Alliance and the pure play that is BitNile. If you're not a hater, then you do the math. And we're just pointing out the math to you, right? And the reason why is I said go back to that chart. Let's go back to my screen real quick. This chart shows you from an independent party, not us, what's happening out there in the marketplace. And BitNile is up there to 0.5%. Let's see where we are in a month, 2 months, 3 months. January is right around the corner. We'll get another 300 miners on top of the 600 we got this month. February, another 300 miners. And then all of a sudden, March kicks in. Now, Jason, why don't you take him what happens in March? Because this is where the sweet spot is. What happens in March, baby?
Oh, golly gee, we get 2,300 100 terahash machines
a month
on a monthly basis.
Right.
Yeah, how about
for
that?
6 months.
Yeah.
Right. And then we start talking about real numbers. So when we announced the buyback today, we did it with deliberacy. That's not the right. We were very deliberate in our thought process. We looked at where we thought Bitcoin could be. We underwrote it to a much lower number because we never know what happens with Bitcoin. We looked at where our assets were, what we'd have, what we'd sell, what we think we'd keep, what kind of non-dilutive financing we could do. Because remember, we don't want to sell stock down here. If we're going to raise money, we want to raise it up a lot higher. We want better terms for our shareholders. We've already been fully capitalized with the 200 million. So now we're looking to grow that and add equity exponentially with higher numbers. But let's say you get into that number, 2,000 a month plus the 300. And then all of a sudden, Jason, you get into July or so. What happens with the green miners?
The green miners start rolling in 500, then 1,500, then 2,000. Yeah.
And then we end somewhere in September or so with about 20,600. And that's assuming we don't buy any more miners, right? So I'm very happy with where we are. I did the show today, even though I cannot believe how busy we are. I did the show today for the BitNile shareholders to say, hey, we're launching the Risk On conference on the 12th, 13th, 14th, and 15th of May, which we're going to continue to cover that. We changed the name and the symbol on Monday. We announced a buyback this morning. Ascendient covered us, which is great. Great news. We have not been covered by anybody. That's the first major analyst to cover us. And now we're off to the races. And so appreciate everyone's time. Brett, Nick, everybody, thank you so much. It's December 15th, 10 days away from Christmas. I thought Christmas would be early today because of the buyback, but for me it was. It finally got approved, took some time. Company's in great shape. We're really happy with where we're going. Everyone, I'll let you know about the SPAC IPO, what's happening there, when it prices, when it's going to be public. Jason, thank you. I hope you're doing well down there in Florida. Willie and Skyla, everybody, I'll talk to you guys later. We'll see you Friday, hopefully with a much less chaotic show. We'll see you later.